Hello friends, I am Narendra Verma. I hope you must have enjoyed the previous video, and today we are going to take this topic further. This is the next session of that video. So as we know that we are taking business studies class 12 chapter 1 nature and significance of management. Earlier we have covered some topic that was broadly called the concept of management, and concept of management includes meaning, definition as well as the features of management. The next topic as per the CBSE syllabus is objectives of management. So today we are going to talk about this. So fine. So before going further about the objectives of management, we have to understand the meaning of objective. What does objective mean? Because this is again important for you. In future also in some other chapter you will be learning, and these are very common terms. Objectives, features, importance. But if we know the real meaning of these, then we can easily connect to the further regarding meaning. Right? So let's talk about the meaning of objective. So here the meaning of objective is the end results to be achieved by management. Fine. So objectives are what? The end results. If any organization is having some objectives, means these are the end result that organization is willing to achieve. So now we have understood the meaning of objectives pretty well. Now let's connect these objectives with management. So in management also, end results to be achieved by management. Management what? We have already understood. Management is a process, okay, in which the people are working, okay. So in that way, through that process, we are going to achieve some results that we have already decided. Fine. Because without, already we have learned in the feature of management that management is goal-oriented process. So goal is somewhere related to objective. Goals and objectives are same. Okay. Or you can say that goals are more specific in comparison to objectives. Objectives are broader than the goals. But right now we are not having that discussion. We are focusing on objectives of management. Right. So management is you can say guided or derived by what? Objectives. So these are the main things. Now we have understood. There are three objectives of management. The first objective is organizational objectives. Second objective is social objectives. And the third category of the objective is personal objectives. These are also called individual objectives. Okay, so these are the three categories of the objectives. Now we'll get into the details of these categories one by one. Very first we will start from organizational objectives. As by the name it is clear, organizational means something related to organization. Means these objectives are related to the organization, means any concern, any business house, any entity. Okay, here I would like to relate with a chapter that you people must have learned in 11th standard. 11th standard in business study, the very first chapter was related to business. There you learned the definition of meaning and definition of business, and then you learned the objectives of business, right? So as many objectives of business were there, here the same objectives will be applied. Now how? I will tell you. You can say that these are what? Economic objectives of the business. Now you can easily recall by this statement that these are the same objectives that you learned in 11th standard in economic objectives of the business. Now, what were those objectives? I would like to remind you. Now, why the economic term was there? Earlier you must have learned it there. Here again I am explaining that economic objective means if you really start a business, then you want a business to exist in the market, you want a business to earn profit, and you want a business to earn more and more profit and to expand it. That is what the economic objective. Fine. Now let's talk about what does it consist of. It consists of three things. Very first, survival. Second, profit. And third, growth. Right? So if somebody starts any business, then he or she should expect that he should be earning huge amount of profit from the day one. No, it's impossible kind of situation. I don't think that it happens in any business from the day one. Okay, if I just take example, of suppose you start a shop, you open a provision shop. It's very small kind of business. Okay, so what you do, you invest some money, you just decorate your shop. Okay, you just make everything available there. Now, so say for example, you have invested somewhere around 2 lakh rupees in that. So can it be possible that from in a single day when you start doing a business, you may earn more than 2 lakh? It's next to impossible. Okay, so what you will wish, and if you are expecting your business to give this much money from the day one, it is an impossible kind of situation. Okay, you cannot expect that. So what you will have to focus on, you will have to wait. You will have to run your business a bit longer time, and by then you start gaining some money. So in first trial, what you will try to do, you will focus on survival, that I should survive here. And how you will survive, how much time you will survive for, you will survive as much money you have to support you. Means I am talking about the situation when you are not earning profit, you are running at loss, even then you are running a business, because you have to remain in the market. So very first objective of the management is this, survival. You will have to survive in the market, right? Now, the next part of this is profit. Say for example that you have enough money to run a business even without profit for 20 days, 30 days, and after that you will have to earn profit. You will have to keep improving yourself, you have to try all your efforts so that the profit starts coming, right? So another objective of this economic category is, this organizational category is profit. Fine. Very first you will focus on survival, then you will focus on profit, because as you learned in the definition of business, that without profit we cannot imagine business, right? So very first we will focus on survival, then profit. And when you start earning profit, say for example you are running that shop, 1 year has passed, 2 years have passed, then what happened? Then you start focusing on some growth. You may like to increase, you can say you may bring some other goods, some other products, so that you start dealing in some other products, or you would like to open another branch. Okay, you would like to expand your business. That concept is related to growth. Growth may be termed as increasing your sales volume, increasing your number of employees, or increasing your dealing in the qualitative products or number of products. So that is related to growth. So these three objectives are the part of the organizational objective. These are very much necessary for management. What? Survival, profit, and growth. Okay, you can easily remember by this short abbreviation, that is SPG. This is what the code to remember that. Now let's talk about the second category of the objectives. The second category of the objectives is social objectives. Now, we know very well that business needs society as well as society needs business. Today, whatever we are consuming, whatever we are using, that is given by any kind of business. We are putting on clothes, that is the gift of business. We are having food, that is also a kind of result of any business. We are using phone, that is also the result of a business. We are putting on shoes, that is also the result of business. So means being a society member, we need business, because we cannot produce everything on our own. We cannot make everything on our own. We have to depend on business. Similarly, if business is doing production, then it needs consumers to sell. If a shoe factory is making shoes, then for whom it is making? It is making for the people, consumers who would like to buy the shoes. So these are the two aspects of the coin, business and society. Both are necessary for each other, right? Both are complementary to each other. So in that case, what happens? Business needs society so that its business should go on. So similarly, there is a one kind of obligation from the business side towards society, that it must follow some kind of objectives, right? So management keeps focus on those objectives as well. So what are the social objectives?